Hi, I'm Anna and welcome to the Christmas cottage. Here we are in our entryway. We have a little entry table and on it I put some velvet ties and a little wreath with a velvet bow. I got this velvet material off of Amazon. And then next to it we have some faux trees from Hobby Lobby. And you've all seen my blue and white vase before. It's thrifted, or not thrifted, from a yard sale, 20 bucks. And to make a grand statement in my entryway, I have this Indian church window piece I bought off Facebook Marketplace. It's like an architectural piece. We know it's from India because of the hardware that's on the back. And it does have an earthy, spicy smell, but we love it. And then I do make wreaths to sell. So here's one, my recent one that I made. And I'm running out of doors to put them on. So I just hung it here on the edge. I have one up here that I love. And then on our mirror, I just stuck some real greenery behind. So that was free. I've had this orange garland that I've made years ago, and it's still going strong. We got these beautiful felt ornaments from Walmart, actually. I think they were $2. I thought that was a great deal because while I would love to make my own, that's just not going to happen. And then over here we have our lamp. So this is just the entry. We love it. The bottom lights up too. I think that's cool. So I did switch out our coffee table. I got this one for $30 off Facebook Marketplace because the other one was too large to also accommodate the Christmas tree. So I got this old wooden one. We have our Christmas tree candle. Love it. And a little mirror. I like to use mirrors on top of coffee tables. And then here is our fireplace. I am using YouTube for the fire crackle because our actual fireplace, it doesn't work. It's not a real fireplace. It's supposed to be gas, but it's not hooked up to any gas lines in our neighborhood. So we got to figure that out. So the fireplace is up on the TV. So this is our mantle. I did some cedar, evergreen, and Virginia pine clippings, and I made this garland up here. I did actually have it down here, but I was like, I don't know, I really want it up here. So I moved it up and I added some dried oranges and some faux berries. And again, that same ribbon that I used on the entry table. The mantle, I added some mirrored sconces on either side. And these are, actually, I think they light up or something. I don't know. I can't find the remote ever since we moved, but they're supposed to light up. But I added my books here, my little, I love goblets, and I added some of the same clippings from the top to the bottom. The only new thing that I bought for the mantle decor this year are these like pearl garland strings from Walmart. Everything else I've had. Actually, this is new, but it was free. It was in my grandma's sewing room, so I asked her if I could have that, and she said yes. And you'll see this also wrapped around our tree here in a minute. The kids wanted to help me, so they put some pipe cleaners around some of my dried oranges, and they wanted to hang them from the antlers, much to my dismay, but it's cute. They liked it. So I've added some pine cones and all of that, and then we have our bells. And then down here I have my cross-stitched stockings, which I love. I actually got these off Facebook Marketplace, these three. This one is my son's, so his is the only one with the name embroidered on it. And then I did have 2 chairs, if you've seen my other videos, matching chairs that go here. Those were huge. So I had to take those out as well, and they're in my kids' bedroom. And I had to take those out for the tree, so I moved this one from their toy room into here because I love the blue and white checked pattern. And it's smaller and it's more cozier and it matches the Christmas tree. And here's our Christmas tree. Is it finished? No. Will it be finished before Christmas? Probably not. Since we moved, I think I'm missing a Christmas box because I cannot find our Christmas star and a few other things. I don't know where that's at. I did use feathers on the edges of the tree kind of to give a flocked look, and I thought that was kind of interesting. I did run out though, so I had to buy more on Amazon, and they have yet to come in. I have my dried oranges on here, family ornaments, all kinds, some of my beaded ornaments that I've made. I love these. And then my children's silhouettes. Those are so cute. Some of my cinnamon ornaments that I've made. Just lots of ornaments. And when I do my Christmas tree, I like to hang the ornaments all the way to the inside. I like to it gives it depth instead of just on the edges of the tree. I like to take it all the way to the end and then out. And I also this year wrapped my branches with lights. So every branch practically almost is wrapped with lights. And then we did tinsel and the kids helped, so it's kind of a mess, but I love tinsel on a tree. Yeah, you like it? It's hot, hot. Don't touch it, okay? So for our Christmas gifts this year, instead of wrapping with paper, I decided to use some of my grandma's fabric that was in her fabric room, her sewing room, and I did red for my son and green for my daughter. And I thought that was so cute. It was free, it saved money, and it looks fancier than paper. Okay, you ready? All right, so in the tree, since this is a real tree, it was very oblong, like awkwardly shaped. And so to fill the gaps, I added some of this. This is the same material that was on the mantelpiece. Some of this tulle, wrapped it around the tree, and then I got this Merry Christmas ribbon from Sam's Club, and I just wrapped that on top of it. Now, I did not have a plan when I was decorating for Christmas. I just used what I had on hand. So I had the Merry Christmas ribbon from Sam's, the free tulle. I keep wanting to call it tulle. I already had the feathers, so I just used what I had. I didn't buy any new ornaments. I didn't even have to buy new lights. Oh, wait, this one's new. I bought one new ornament from Walmart. These little jingle bell trees. They're so cute. Anyways, I also put in my fall faux hydrangeas from Hobby Lobby just to fill in some space. I thought that was cute. You can't really tell from far back, but up close you can. And I also have a few dried ones over there. And on this side of the living room, the only decoration I added was a Happy Holidays banner on my curiosity cabinet. And then I have a plaid Christmas blanket on this couch. And then this is actually a gift my parents got me when I was in high school for Christmas. This red blanket, and I've had it ever since. So it's over a decade old, and it's still going strong. Behind the couch, I put my little village. I don't have much, but I have lots of churches. So I have 3 little churches, and I want to start collecting churches. And I have a Santa here. This was from my husband's grandma egg, is what he called her. So we keep that here. And then I also have this one. Some deer, but that's all I did here. I did have some books here, and I just moved those into my bedroom and put them on my desk. So let's go into the dining room. I did not do much decoration in here, but I did a centerpiece. So I have this faux berry wreath that a church gave us when we were moving to a different church. They gave us this as a gift. And on the inside, I put some dried gourds from fall, I guess.
Oh yeah, we got those at the pumpkin patch.
Yeah, the pumpkin patch near us. So I thought that was cute. And then I just added a bow here on the kids' chalkboard just for a little decoration. And then above, I added just 2 magnolia tree clippings. That's about it in here. Now let's go into the kitchen. So one of the great things I love that I did, and I love that this kitchen has, is this space above the cabinets with this great molding. So above it, I added, actually, these are the Virginia pine clippings from our tree up above the cabinets here. And then in this basket, I added some cedar and evergreen clippings just to give some more festivity. And I did hang this faux garland from Hobby Lobby up on this little mantle. And then up top over here, I just added a little string of Christmas lights on the faux vent hood. And then again, some cedar, evergreen, and Virginia pine clippings up here. Over here, I just wanted to share our tissue box. So I took some tissues out of a box and I put them in this little, it's supposed to be like an ornament candy dish, but I just left the lid in the cabinet and just put the tissues in here. So I thought that was cute. Now, I did add my fall Christmas curtains, cafe curtains, and I love the way they look. This is a Hobby Lobby mirror I just put behind the sink to give it some pizzazz. And then I love kitchens that have lamps on either side of the sink. I don't have a lot of space because of these upper cabinets, and I have a small window, but these little lamp shades work really good here. So one of the things I love is this fabric covering the kitchen sink cabinets, but I did use a cheap rod. It was like $3 or $4, and you can tell it's sagging. So I'm going to have to buy a new one and completely redo this, but I will use the same fabric. And down below, I have this rug from House of Tokumen, and I just love the way it looks. And while you're down here, if you look at the floor, I have recently painted little black diamonds on my tile. Hand painted. I got the kit from Amazon. I'm not quite finished yet, but I love the way it looks in this little kitchen dining room, and it will extend into my laundry room. I just have to get there. So if we come over here, I added some faux wreaths again from Hobby Lobby. These are from years ago. I love these on this little buffet table. This actually used to be my island, and I wanted it to be my island in this kitchen, but it's just too big. I kept not being able to open the dishwasher all the way. I couldn't open my oven all the way up. So I just decided, if you've seen my kitchen before, I'm kind of going for an unfitted look, and I ripped all these cabinets out, and I put this mantle in here with this vent hood, and then I'm patiently waiting for the gas line guy to come so I can put my vintage oven in, because that would look much better. So I just moved this over here, and I found these corbels from the thrift store, and I added a pot rack from Amazon. And over here I have some ornaments that I made about 5 years ago, actually. I think when my son was 1. I made some ornaments and painted them, so these are from that time. And then we just have some beeswax candles, and that's about all I did over here. On the oven over here, I have some crocheted little towels from a lady at church from our ladies' Christmas party, and I love to have those on the oven. And then above it, I just have a bowl of apples, limes, and cranberries because it's pretty, you know. And then some flowers from Walmart on this little stool. And here I have some beeswax candles that I'm going to be gifting to people for Christmas this year. So I can finally get those off my mantle. So this is our main bathroom that guests use, and the bathroom where I bathe my kids. It's not super decorated. You know me, I love to rip out vanities. So I want to redo this whole bathroom. But I did add this faux cheap garland that I got at a yard sale years ago. And inside I tucked some magnolia branches. And then I wrapped some velvet ribbon around the bottoms only. And then I have this little deer I bought years ago from, I think, Hobby Lobby or Walmart. No, it was Walmart. And one lady in a video one time said, "You need to get rid of that zebra. It's just black and white striped. It's not a zebra, it's a deer." And then in my blue and white vases over here, you know, I try to keep things utilitarian. But in this one, I added a magnolia branch. And then this is my husband's, you know, stuff that he uses. And then over here, I have my curtains. And then I'm debating on putting this vintage wallpaper up that I got from a thrift store. I have an entire roll, so I thought about putting it in here. But before I do that, I want to replace the vanity. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this quick little Christmas tour of our cottage home. It was fun to decorate, and I wish I could find my other Christmas boxes, but we did what we could with what we had, and it was very low budget. I barely spent any money this year, and that's always my goal. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time here at Cottage on Oak with Anna. I did want to say so sorry for the audio at the beginning of the video, but I didn't want to delete that, so I'm sorry, you just had to bear with it. Hopefully next time it will be better. And hopefully I will see you here at Cottage on Oak with Anna again. Please like and subscribe and comment down below.